show again with another movie review. And like I kind of promised in the last review, we'll be doing a couple of other scary horror movies. You know, a year ago we did a whole bunch of horror films last year, like Ghostbusters movie, and did a before review of the Universal horror films. But I'm going to be doing, maybe decided to do maybe some films individually. I haven't fully decided on that yet. But I decided to do one on a obscure film called The Most Dangerous Game. I did it for earlier in my Vampire Bat review. The Vampire Bat in this film, The Most Dangerous Game, was part of a marathon of scary movies the local PBS station, Channel 13 here in New York, did. For one Halloween, came on a Saturday night, so they decided to show all 6 scary / horror films for the move for Halloween. So one of the films they did was knowing. You mentioned the movies that they made was on the show was Night of the Living Dead, Vampire Bat, Most Dangerous Game, Dementia 13, Terror, and the original Little Shop of Horrors. So I already discussed 3 of those films already, which were of course Night of the Living Dead, Vampire Bat, and Little Shop of Horrors. But now I'm going to do another one called, as I mentioned earlier, The Most Dangerous Game. Now, The Most Dangerous Game stars Fay Wray before King Kong, matter of fact, the same year as King Kong. I can't believe she did like 3 movies that came out the same year as King Kong. The Vampire Bat, Most Dangerous Game, of course, the most famous role, King Kong. She saw as a matter of fact, she wasn't really the star. When she did star in it, she played the typical or stereotypical damsel of distress in this film. But the most part, I forgot the actor's name. But he's like really the title character. He played a guy named Robert Latchford, and he was supposed to be like this famous big game hunter. And his yacht gets sunk, ended up being shipwrecked, and he swam to shore and he landed on this supposedly deserted island, and he happened to find this castle. It was played by like a guy who escaped Russia before the war, whatever it was, and he knew who Mr. Latchford was as supposedly the most world famous hunter. And the guy who owned the castle and owned this island also was supposed to be a famous hunter, so it was a great something in common. But he had all other people who were also shipwrecked on the island. The one that had to be Fay Wray, and the other actor that was very famous because he appeared with Fay Wray in King Kong. Matter of fact, played Carl Denham in King Kong, Robert Armstrong, who was played her brother in the film. So of course, if you look close, you see the guy who played Carl Denham in King Kong with Fay Wray. Anyway, the guy says, "Oh, I have a challenge for you to the Robert Latchford character." And, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "I get tired of chasing animals. I went to Africa to hunt jaguars, and there wasn't much of a challenge, and those were hunting tigers and lions and elephants. I was about every kind of animal there is, and I'm kind of bored because I wasn't all that cunning to me anymore. So I wanted to go after an animal that I have hunted. I like to hunt. I like to challenge you to a hunt. I mean, man versus man hunt." And one says, "Oh, are you crazy? You must be insane." I said, "No, I'm not insane. I've been doing to the other passengers on the other boat that shipwrecked. The one that Fay Wray was on, there was like 4 people, and this guy hunted 2 of them and killed them. So now he wants to go hunt the Latchford character because he was a top hunter, top hunter versus top hunter. And of course, he reluctantly agrees on condition that if he wins, he'll take Fay Wray with him. He says, "Oh, okay." So of course, we all know what happens to Robert Latchford character. Spoiler: the Robert Latchford character wins it. Does win in the end, and the guy who was hunting him dies at the end of the movie. But I know I'm giving it away, and it's only a short movie. They go an hour and 6 minutes, I think it was. Something like, I know it's less than an hour and 10 minutes, like an hour and 6 minutes or something like that. But I thought it was a pretty enjoyable film. I mean, even though it's not really technically a horror film, it's more like a drama or a suspense thriller. I don't really consider it like a horror movie. Except for the fact of the scary castle and the deserted island, and one guy hunting another guy. That's that idea was spawned off into a whole bunch of different genres, like a guy versus two guys hunting each other down in the jungle or on an island. I think it's been done before. I mean, after that film came out, but that's where they got the idea for this movie. I don't know how successful that movie was back in the day, but it was an interesting idea, an interesting concept for that time, 1933. But now we're in 2014, and I think people, if that movie came out today, people will say, "Oh, this movie is such a cliche," because we know what's going to happen. We know who's going to win. We know how it's going to turn out. That the villain is going to die and the hero is going to win and get the girl and leave the island and all that stuff. I mean, today's standards it is predictable, but not by 1933 standards. But The Most Dangerous Game is an interesting film because it's kind of spooky in a way because how they two hunting each other. I think that today there'd be a lot of CGI involved because there was one particular scene where the guy who owns the island, who's hunting the Latchford character, has a bunch of dogs, or hunting dogs, coming after the Latchford character, and I'm sure those dogs would be CGI today. But it wasn't actually back then. It was dogs that actually were physically trained, and they went after him, and there was a pretty good, exciting sequence where Latchford was fighting off these dogs. But as a film itself, I think it's also pretty good. It's also still a stereotypical role of Fay Wray, which plays a damsel in distress, seeing her running through the jungle. Like we haven't seen that before, like I said, in King Kong. Then a review of The Most Dangerous Game, and it was pretty short, not even 10 minutes. But it's not that much to say about this film because it's, I know, and it did spoil it, but ruining the ending. But I just wanted to, do a review of this film. I don't think many YouTube, internet flicks have done this film, a review of this film. So I wanted to get the jump on people, and that's like to do films that not many people have, or review a TV show that not many YouTube flicks have done. So maybe because I like to say I'm the only one who's done the review of this film. But thanks for watching the video. Please feel free to rate it. Feel free to subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video on your Facebook page. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.